If we're good with that, then we could just try doing 3 at a time. Like a lot of the other manufacturers, they'll do like 12 at a time. And I think, unfortunately, like a lot of education is very vaudevillian. You've got someone standing up there kind of lecturing at people, and they've done the same lecture 20 years in a row, and they're not very excited about it. And that lack of enthusiasm, is conveyed to the students. They're not very excited about it. They don't know why they're there. Like, why are we learning this stuff? We don't even know why. In fact, I think a lot of things people learn, probably there's no point in learning. You don't need college to learn stuff, okay? Everything is available basically for free. You can learn anything you want for free. It is not a question of learning.
I think that a future where we are a spacefaring civilization and out there among the stars, this is very exciting. This makes me look forward to the future. This makes me want that future. There need to be things that make you look forward to waking up in the morning. You wake up in the morning, you look forward to the day, forward to the future.
I think in order for us to get to, like, let's say, ultimately getting to like a $25,000 car, that's something we could do, but it's probably, if we work really hard, I think maybe we could do that in 3 years. The key to making things affordable is like designing, it's like design and technology improvements as well as scale. So if you think of, like, say, phones. Yeah, absolutely. So this is the first time, we're just to sort of show what we're talking about. So there are a couple of key things that are important in having a 3D tunnel network. First of all, you have to be able to integrate the entrance and exit of the tunnel seamlessly into the fabric of the city. So by having an elevator, sort of a car skate that's on an elevator. Make sure Tesla recruiting does not have anything that says requires university, because that's absurd. But there is a requirement of evidence of exceptional ability. Like, you just can't, if you try to do something exceptional, you must have evidence of exceptional ability. I don't consider going to college evidence of exceptional ability.
Well, it definitely reduces the power of the economic forcing function to go electric if oil is at decadal lows. I think in the case of Tesla, it probably affects us a little bit less because we have quite significant product differentiation. For lower price EVs where it's more of an economic decision, I think they will actually take a pretty big hit. So the EV industry as a whole, I think will definitely suffer because of the low oil prices.
Long term, we have to find sustainable power generation and sustainable transportation, but both sides of the equation need to be solved. And even if electric cars weren't there, we still need to get sustainable power generation. The great thing about electric cars is you can generate the electricity from a wide range of renewable sources like hydro, geothermal, wind, solar, and nuclear where it's safe to do. In fact, ideally you dropped out and did something. Gates is a pretty smart guy, he dropped out. Jobs, pretty smart, he dropped out. Larry Ellison, smart guy, he dropped out. Obviously not needed. Did Shakespeare even go to college? Probably not. Now, how do we achieve this? One of the ways we do this is we design the Tesla truck to be like a bullet. So whereas a normal diesel truck is designed more like a barn wall, this is a bullet. You can see this in the drag coefficient. So the Tesla Semi has a 0.36 drag coefficient. So this is a really good number. By way of comparison, a Bugatti Chiron, which is a $2 million supercar, has a 0.38 drag coefficient. We think the Model Y will be the best-selling vehicle of any kind globally, so I think it will exceed the Model 3. I think we've got a good chance of it being the best-selling vehicle by revenue next year, and then I think quite likely to be the best-selling vehicle in just of any kind numerically in 2023.
And one future is we're out there among the stars, and the things we read about and see in science fiction movies, the good ones, are true. We have these starships, and we're going to see what other planets are like. We're a multi-planet species, and the scope and scale of consciousness is expanded across many civilizations and many planets and many star systems. This is a great future. What the Roadster's greatest value is in breaking the misconceptions around electric cars, showing that you can have a fast, cool, beautiful electric car that goes long distances. So it's longer than any electric car in history. In fact, the Roadster set many world records in terms of its range. In fact, we've had one customer take it over 300 miles. Well, that's what we're trying to do with Teslas. We're trying to make the electric car so compelling that you don't care about cheap gas. It's harder, I think, on the solar front because electricity is more of a commodity. There's not like different types of electricity. It's essentially a commodity.
First of all, you don't need college to learn stuff, okay? Everything is available basically for free. You can learn anything you want for free. It is not a question of learning. There is a value that colleges have, which is like, can somebody work hard at something, including a bunch of sort of annoying homework assignments, and still do their homework assignments? I ask myself that frequently. We're trying to dig a hole under LA, and this is to create the beginning of what will hopefully be a 3D network of tunnels to alleviate congestion. So, I mean, right now, I think one of the most soul-destroying things is traffic. It affects people in every part of the world. It takes away so much of your life, and it's horrible. It's particularly horrible in LA. If you think like, what is education? Like, you're basically downloading data and algorithms into your brain. And it's actually amazingly bad in conventional education. Because like, it shouldn't be like this huge chore. Like, the more you can gamify the process of learning, the better. Like, for my kids, I do not have to encourage them to play video games. Okay, I have to like pry them from their hands, like cracks. Like, drop that crack needle.